Well, good morning, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Historical Markers in Illinois, Southern Illinois. Not quite sure how far we're going to go north, but here we are today in Williamson County, right here. We're very familiar with Williamson County. While it's not the county we currently live in, we both grew up there and continue to go there on a nearly daily basis. So there's a lot around Williamson County that we're very familiar with, and we're really thrilled to share it with you and maybe learn a thing or two we didn't know. So here we go, and I hope you enjoy the show. We are here at Drake Cemetery outside of Krill Springs, Illinois. And this marker is for the Revolutionary War veterans. 2 Revolutionary War soldiers are buried in the northwest corner of this cemetery. John Dameron was born in 1757 in Northumberland County, Virginia. He enlisted in the Army in 1776 and served in the 9th Virginia Regiment of the Continental Line. In October 1777, he was taken prisoner at the Battle of Germantown. Upon his release, he was transferred to the 2nd Virginia State Regiment. In 1778, he was listed as sick but present at Valley Forge. He was discharged in 1780. Later, Dameron moved to Creal Springs, Franklin County, where he died in 1835. He was married first to Anna Ladd and later to Cynthia Thompson. And we have to continue over here on the other side. And it says Benajah Gill, I have no clue, was born in 1761. He enlisted in 1780 at Burlington, New Jersey, where he was assigned to Colonel Lee's Legion as a dragoon. He traveled, that's a wonderful word, dragoon, like that. He traveled by ship to Charleston, South Carolina, where he fought in the Battle of Monk's Corner against Banastre Tarleton's dragoons. Like that. Gill fought at the Battle of Guilford Courthouse at Utah Springs, South Carolina. He became ill. Later, he was assigned duties as a scout. Gill was discharged in 1783. He and his wife, Mary Bones, subsequently moved to Franklin County, Illinois, where Gill died in 1843. And just for information, this area all used to be part of Franklin County before Williamson County was established. Well, good morning, y'all. Welcome to downtown Krill Springs, Illinois. And while today we are doing historical markers, stay tuned to our channel because we are going to do an in-depth history video or series of videos on the history of Krill Springs, Illinois, because it is so interesting, guys. This place used to be on the main train line. Trains came in from all over the country and came here. People, 3-4 trains a day, and people would come from all over the country and even other parts of the world to come here to bathe in the waters in the spring and drink waters. And there were hotels, there was a college, there was just so much going on. And it's so fascinating. We've got to share that with you. There's just so much, around about this place. But right here in town, right in here in the park, is where the biggest hotel was located. And it was located right here in this park. And it's the Krill Springs, the home of the wonder waters of the world. Mineral-rich spring waters were discovered along the French trail called the Grand Trace, south of this location around 1720. A trading post called Eau Mineral Later, Sulphur Springs was established there, and by 1846, Sulphur Springs boasted a post office, a blacksmith, several merchants, and 3 doctors who dosed their patients with the mineral water. After Edward Creel noticed the curative properties of the water on his property, he plotted a town site and sold lots. In February 1883, the Sulphur Springs post office was relocated and named Krill Springs, and the city was incorporated. August 10th, 1883. That same year, Dr. Curtis Brown established the first resort hotel called Brown's Creal Springs Hotel. In 1884, 6 original springs were tested and shown to have potential curative powers. More resort hotels followed, including George B. Chamness's East Side Hotel in 1885, the Ozark Hotel in 1891, the Park Hotel in 1892, and the Avenue House. After the railroad arrived in 1889, 5 trains a day brought visitors to Creal, but patrons were thirsty for more than mineral water, which brought its own problems. In 1903, the community voted the city dry, spelling the decline of the resort business. A bottling plant in the basement of the Ozark Hotel continued to ship mineral water by mail until the market dried up. Fire claimed the Krill Springs Hotel, followed in 1915 by the Ozark Hotel. An attempt was made in 1919 to rebuild the resort business, but the new Ozark Hotel closed in 1928 and was demolished in 1938. And right up here's a picture of the Ozark Hotel that was here in this park. All right, this next monument is a memorial, Veterans Memorial. It says dedicated to all who served and in memory of those who made the supreme sacrifice. And this is, of course, still in Krill Springs. Yeah, some nice monuments here. All right, right now we are in front of the Krill Springs United Methodist Church, and back kind of behind the church and a little bit to the right area back here is where was located the Krill Springs Seminary. And Krill Springs Seminary stood 350 feet east-southeast of this marker and opened on September 22nd, 1884. It was built on a 5-acre tract purchased from Edward Creel by Gertrude Brown Murrah and her husband, Henry Clay Murrah, in March 1884. The school was built as a 3-story frame structure with a basement and an attic, and was chartered in August 1888 by the state of Illinois. The school was headed by Principal Gertrude Brown Murrah, a graduate of Mount Carroll Seminary in Mount Carroll, Illinois, and was originally planned for female students only. Due to high demand from male students, it opened as coeducational. There were 59 students enrolled in the first 12-week term. The faculty had 6 members, including the Murrahs. The program was divided into primary, preparatory, college level, and music departments. In January 1894, the school became a Baptist institution, and the chartered name was changed to Krill Springs College and Conservatory of Music, where both bachelor's and master's degrees were offered. The faculty at this time numbered 15, with approximately 100 students enrolled. The college became an important part of the community life with its many activities and social functions. Gertrude Murrah served as a teacher and principal of the school for 32 years until it closed on December 24, 1916. Mrs. Murrah continually struggled to reopen the school until her death in 1929. The building was demolished in 1943. All right, we are on the square in downtown Marion, Illinois. There's a lot going on. Downtown is busy today. We're here for some markers. The first one, I remember the day this happened, I was just a couple blocks from here as a child. But on May 29th, 1982, at 3:15 p.m., a tornado struck Marion, leaving 10 dead, 136 injured, 161 homes destroyed, 175 apartments destroyed, 1,000 homeless, 47 businesses destroyed, $50 million in losses. This memorial is dedicated in prayer and thanksgiving to those who helped rebuild our city, May 29th, 1983. And on the other side of this memorial are the names of those who died. James Gullidge, Fern Kobler, Zelma Latham, Lynn Sue Moore, Pauline Pearson, May Rader, James Simmons, Helen White, Leona White, Effie Jane Wilson, May 29th, 1982. This monument was all put together with Mayor Robert Butler as its centerpiece. He was the long-term mayor of Marion, the only mayor I knew from the time I was a child till just a few years ago. But on this monument is a history of Marion. It says, the County of Williamson, and I know I'm reflecting in this, and I am sorry about that, just the way this is. The County of Williamson and the town of Marion were both born February 28, 1839, when the Illinois legislature approved the formation of Williamson County out of Franklin County to the north. In October of that year, William Benson deeded as a gift 20 acres for the site of a new county seat to be known as Marion, probably named for General Francis Marion of Revolutionary War fame. General Marion led a band of men who worked mostly out of the swampy area and became known as the Swamp Fox. And that is a term that gets a lot of use here. The running club, local running club, is called the Swamp Fox Club. That's pretty fun. These 20 acres were platted into lots and sold at auction to raise funds for the establishment of the town. This area included the now Tower Square and the surrounding lots less than a block in either direction. Geographically, Marion is located almost in the absolute center of Williamson County. Marion became the recipient of two major highways, Route 37 North and South, and Route 13 East and West. Two railroad companies built lines into the city which served the needs of commerce and also the shipment of black diamonds, coal, out of the area to distant markets. In later years, the new interstate highway system saw fit to route Interstate 57 through Williamson County and Marion, which became a magnet for commercial development. Marion, being the seat of the county government, has prospered because of this, and now a new Williamson County Detention Center is being constructed north and west of the town square. In addition, a recently opened administrative building. Marion has also prospered in many other ways. The development of coal mining was very instrumental in the city's early growth, along with other projects such as being a transportation center. The location of the Veterans Hospital on the west side opened in 1942, and the federal prison south of the city opened in 1963. Some major developments would include Interstate 57, the Illinois Center Mall, and now the announcement of construction of a destination commercial and entertainment complex on the north side alongside the interstate. The construction of a Frontier League baseball park was instrumental in developing that area before the talk of the destination complex. Marion certainly has had a colorful past and has had many colorful characters which have been recorded in many books. We should now look to the future and many fine things that lie in store for the people of this community, known locally as the hub of the universe. We're going to continue on with the other side of this monument. And this is actually the biography of Bob Butler, Marion's mayor for many, 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 many years. Robert Butler was born January 23rd, 1927 at 704 North Garfield to Homer and Eva Clarita Butler. He has one brother, James William, younger than he. Bob attended Jefferson, Logan, and Washington schools, as well as Marion Township High School, graduating with the class of 1944. Even though World War II was raging, Bob managed to attend the University of Illinois under the Accelerated Wartime College Program for 2 semesters before entering the Army. He served in the 971st Counterintelligence Corps Detachment in Korea prior to the Korean War, before rejoining the civilian ranks. After the war, he returned to his studies and attended Southern Illinois University for a year and then transferred to University of Illinois. He graduated with a law degree in 1952 from the University of Illinois, and along the way, he married Louetta Sanders from near Pittsburgh in 1951. He and Louetta became the parents of one daughter, Beth Ann. He returned to Marion and became Assistant State's Attorney for the County of Williamson, serving until 1963, and got his indoctrination into the world of politics. Bob had not been immune to politics, as well as his well-known father was the longtime columnist for the Marion Daily Republican. His father had also been a state legislator for many years and had also served on the Marion City Council and the Marion High School Board. In addition to his father's political knowledge, his maternal grandfather, J.H. Clarita, had previously served as Marion's mayor in the mid-1920s. In the local election of 1963, the citizens of Marion elected Robert Butler to be their mayor, probably not realizing that the man they elected would be their mayor into the 21st century. Mayor Bob may very well become the longest-serving mayor in Illinois. Bob recalls that his very first city council meeting was cut short due to one of Marion's largest commercial fires on the southeast corner of the square, when several businesses burned. In addition to his duties as mayor and maintaining a law practice, Bob found time in 1971 to serve as a delegate to the Illinois Constitution Convention that met in Springfield for about 10 months. The Constitution hammered out at this convention still serves Illinois to this date. Under his solid leadership, the city of Marion and even surrounding areas have prospered. Marion has expanded geographically greatly to almost twice its size in 1963. The population has greatly increased, and Marion maintains its position as the economic and cultural leader of Southern Illinois. Bob's leadership qualities probably were not tested as much as they were subsequent to the tornado that struck Marion in 1982, when he led the city out of the terrible destruction to even greater heights. Perhaps Bob's signature accomplishment was when he renamed Marion to be the hub of the universe, a name that rivals that of Boston, Massachusetts. Well, hope you all enjoyed this episode of Historic Markers in Williamson County, Illinois, and hope you learned something. I did. And hope you will let me know what you think. What did you learn? Do you have any questions? Make a comment. I'll see it. I'll answer it. Maybe we can go from there. Maybe you can give me some ideas. So, thank you again for joining us, and come see us next time on Historical Markers.